Hey, welcome in everybody. So in this video, I am going to create the exploded view and a parts list. So I think when we left off, our lightsaber was kind of standing up like it is. But if I'm thinking ahead, whenever I want to put this on my exploded view sheet, I want to kind of rotate this kind of horizontally. So it's kind of laying down flat horizontally. So that way, whenever we put it on our drawing sheet, we don't have a lot of empty space kind of showing. So what I want to do is kind of reorient my view here. So I'm going to click on the right side and I'm going to rotate this down. I'm going to click this one to go up. I want to look at this corner here. So that's kind of the view that I want to save this as. So I'm going to right click on the house and save current view as home. I'm going to do fixed distance here. And then I want to click on the back here. I'm going to right click this and say set current view as the front. And then when I click the house, it should be good. So this is kind of the view that I'm looking for. So now what I want to do is let me save this. This is our assembly file. All right, so from here, what I want to do is I'm going to go up to File. I'm going to go to New. I want the metric template. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom to the presentation files here, and I want to click on the standard millimeter IPN. Click on Create. I'm going to bring in my assembly file here. So go to Open. So what I want to do here is I'm just going to kind of pull the parts apart from each other. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to this three lines here where it says Advanced Settings menu, and I'm going to go to Expand All. So now I have all these parts that I can select. So I'm going to select this this bottom part, subassembly here. Let me click on the subassembly actually, so those both move. I'm going to click on Tweak Components. I'm going to push this back. Let's go right about here maybe. I'm going to hit the check mark. Now I'm going to grab this ring here, so that's going to be this part 5. Click on Tweak Components. I'm going to yank it straight up a little bit, like so. Hit that check mark. And then this piece, let me click on our subassembly here. And I want to tweak components. We're going to push this back about here. I don't want these to overlap right there. Hit the check mark there. I'm going to grab this lid here. So that's part 6. Tweak that. I'm going to push it up forward right about here where it's not covering this up. Hit the check mark. This top piece here, tweak it. I'm going to pull it this way. Let me move it a little bit more right about there. Because when I grab this piece, I want to pull it, I'm going to tweak it, I'm going to yank it to where hopefully it doesn't overlap either one of those. Yeah, so we got space here and there, we're good. Hit the check mark. So there is our exploded view of our lightsaber. So from here, what I want to do is I'm going to go to New Snapshot View. And then I'm going to click on Create Drawing View. It says we want to save this. Do we want to save it? Yes. I think I already have one of these created, but I'm going to save it. Yeah, I already have it, so I'm going to save over it. Yes. And I want to make it, this is going to be what is this going to be? This is going to be a ANSI millimeter Inventor drawing file. So click on Create. All right, so now you notice it brought exploded view in, but our sheet is like really super huge. Even though I change the scale here to 1:1, our sheet is still really big. So I'm just gonna hit OK to place our exploded view for now. But I'm gonna right click on the edge, or I'm gonna right click to select the edge. Or I'm sorry, I'm gonna left click to select the edge. Now I'm gonna right click. I'll get it together here in a minute. I'm gonna edit sheet. So right now we're working on a D size sheet. So I think, let me look at, what does a C size sheet look like? I think B is gonna be probably just too small. So I'm gonna click on C size sheet, click on OK. So that looks okay, but we still got a lot of empty space here. So let me see what else we got. I'm gonna right click, edit sheet. I'm gonna go down to, is it 12:18? I'm gonna try 12:18 here. Click OK. This might work. You can kind of see it's running into our title block here, but that's okay because, let me just move this into our drawing here. All right, so I'm gonna click on, no, actually I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go to where you see ANSI large. I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna delete this one. So now I'm gonna go up to drawing resources, hit the plus, where it says title blocks. I'm gonna open up the selections here. So we had the ANSI large. I'm gonna click on just ANSI A, right click, insert. So now, oh, it just barely fits, but that's good. So we have our title block information there, and it doesn't cover up our drawing, so that's really what we want. All right, so from here, let me double left click really quick to hopefully this will zoom the page up. Yeah. So I want to start creating the balloons. So to do that, I think I go to annotate and then click on where it says balloon. And I'm just gonna kind of start placing some balloons here. So I'm gonna click on this part here. Do I want bomb view structured? I'm gonna go parts only. Let's do that, parts only. What's this numeric alpha? Minimum digits. I'm just gonna leave that like it is, but I'm gonna change this to parts only. Click OK. I'm gonna click OK to here. Now drag it up. I'm gonna left click and then move it straight over to the right. Left click again. Left click, then right click, hit continue. I know it's a process. And we'll kind of do the same thing for each of these other ones. Drag another bubble up, left click, drag it over, left click, right click, continue. Now here's where I want to make sure that it gives me a different number. So 6.5, this is going to be 4. From here, I'm not sure if these are going to be the same numbers or not, but drag it over. Okay, that's good. So if you do the structured view, not the parts view, these two numbers would be the same, I've noticed. If you do the parts, then like we did, so it gives you different numbers here, which is what we want. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that way we wouldn't have to go back and manually renumber these. Hopefully this is going to be number 2 right here. Where can I put this though? I'm running out of space, aren't I? I'm not gonna make a little leg here. I'm just gonna left click here, right click, continue. So we have each of our parts, each has a different number. That's a good thing. All right, so then we want to create our parts list. So I'm gonna go up to where you see parts list here. And we're gonna, it says select document. We're gonna select this, our assembly. And hit OK. Now we can drag this wherever we want to. It's kind of up to you where you want it. Sometimes you put it in the corner, but when I do, sometimes the numbers get confused with the numbers down here on the bottom of the title block. So I'm just gonna maybe move it over here somewhere. So there's our parts list. Now notice our part numbers. This is kind of confusing here. Kind of what, if somebody's looking at this, like what's part 4AA? So we can double click on this and we can change these parts numbers. So I kind of looked online to find out what each of these parts are actually named. So that's why I'm going to change these part numbers to those names, so they're kind of easier to tell what each one is. Okay, so for part 6 right here, I'm going to just change this. This is the emitter, E-M-I-T-T-E-R. And then for part number 5, that's going to be, I'm just going to call this the main hilt. Main hilt. I don't know where the minor hilt is, but hey, we're gonna do that. Okay, apply that. So number 6, or where it says part 6 is actually 4. So 4 is gonna be the panel cover. And then item 3, that's gonna be the control panel. And then for part number, or item number 2, item number 2 is the belt ring. Sometimes when I'm typing stuff here, you can't see it actually being typed, but it's there. It's like using the force. I'm not sure how that happens, but it's there. So, and then for the part number 1, that's going to be, I don't know, that's going to be it's called a pommel. Not like a pommel horse in the Olympics, but you know, P-O-M-M-E-L. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Don't want a space there. All right, so hit apply. So it updates our chart here. So I can hit OK. So if you want to add some stuff in the description, you can. If you want to double click this, and you can go to this first option, column chooser, you can remove that description altogether. Just click it and go to remove. If you want to add any of these other categories, you just click it and go to add, so it'll put it in your parts list. But I think I'm just going to leave it as is here, so I'm going to click OK. So there is our exploded view of our lightsaber. There is our parts list, which we can move around anywhere we want, but I'm just going to leave it kind of like it is. If you wanted to double click on this kind of outside border line, you could change it to where instead of it being like a line drawing, you could make it like a shaded, colored in view like that if you wanted to. If you want to add stuff into your title block here, you can totally do that. Yeah, so what you would do is you would go up to where it says complete assembly and right click, go to iProperties. So we can go to summary. For Arthur, that's kind of what shows up here in the drawn. So you can change this to your initials if it doesn't already have it. For project, part number, we could put any of this information here if you wanted to. Status, custom. Let me go back here. So what is going to be our title? The title is going to be Lightsaber. And then we can change it, go to project, part number. So part number is going to be drawing number. So we could just put number 1 here, hit apply, hit close. So it kind of updates our information here. So I have yet to figure out how to get where it says size, and our size kind of runs off into outer space here. If you know how to change that, let me know. I mean, the only way that I know how to do that is just to go up to where it says ANSI A, edit, and then you have to zoom in here, change it here. So double click this, and then maybe put for sheet size, I don't know, put B size or capital B, maybe that'll work. Finish sketch, save edits to ANSI, yes. So that we kind of manually overrid it. Is that a word? Manually overrided it there, so that it doesn't like spill out into our, you know, other spaces and make it look kind of unprofessional. But Oh, and so if you want to turn this in, like you would go to File, for me anyway, you would go to File, Export, Image. Then I don't like bitmap files. Make that a PNG, please and thank you. So it's a complete assembly PNG file, right? Now hit save, and it's going to create an image of this that you can submit. Because if you submit it the other way, you have to submit all your parts with it and all that good stuff, and ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so anyway, peace out.